The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, fellow basketball fans. Appreciate you joining us as we get busy with the second half of this NBA season. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning.
We're coming to you from the Time Warner Cable Arena in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. Home of the Hornets. The Magic made a special trip here for one game back in Orlando. Settled in, really clicking.
You know, that trade that you mentioned isn't making front page news, but sometimes the best trades are the quiet ones. But I really believe this is going to pay dividends for this team in the future.
Yeah, you don't always have to make the huge splash to make the biggest impact. A lot of times when you can just fill voids and find the right role players, that can be equally as important.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Orlando, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo and Harris are the wings, and it's Houdini at the point. Charlotte on D. It's a three-point game. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
Here's Kid Gilchrist, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Poke loose. 6 on the shot clock. Walker goes in, and he gets it to go. Walker's got his first 2 points.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. The kick out to Oladipo. Drills it from outside. Oladipo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Kaminsky. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Screen by Jefferson. Walker with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. And the shot is good.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Here's Houdini. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Out to Harris. From deep. No luck. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
The Magic trail by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Houdini. Walker against Oladipo. And Walker kick out on the way. Orlando grabs the miss.
The guys, they were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Second shot opportunity. No good. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Magic trail by 3. Here's Houdini. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Walker with it. Now guarded by Houdini. Walker dishes to White. Here's Jefferson. True on the 14-footer. Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Vucevic, a screen on Walker. Here's Houdini, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breakup.
And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Number 1, Nikola Vucevic. Aaron Gordon, 3rd.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to White. From about 16, that's good from Jefferson on the assist from Kid Gilchrist. And that's now 7 points for Al Jefferson. Here's Houdini. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. He feeds it to Gordon. All alone. The shot misses. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Now the pass to Kaminsky. And there's another one for the Hornets.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
All right, guys, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kaminsky. McLemore has come in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Roten's checked in for White, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. Then for the Magic, Nene comes in for Nikola Vucevic, and it's Hezonja in for Aaron Gordon. Now here's Batum. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Lin kicks to Batum. No good on the...
Over the best plan of attack against this defense with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, guys.
And I think it's going to take not just one approach, but several. I mean, they are so good at making adjustments defensively. They'll have to be ready to adjust on the fly as well.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, this is a team that will give you a lot of different looks at the defensive end, so adjusting and adapting is critically important.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Nene with the screen on Lin. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on.
The Magic trail by 7. Batum is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Kaminsky. And it's Walker in at the 1. So that's the Hornets 5. Vucevic, a screen on Walker. Here's Houdini. Leans. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Batum. He's averaging 14 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And the Hornets making a change here. White's checked in. Hornets leading by 5. And Walker kicks to White. Back to Walker. Charlotte moving the ball around. And Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in.
And he's showing us a little bit of everything now, taking a leaner with no one on him.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Kaminsky with the double team. Pass to Vucevic. In the corner, it's Gordon. Sinks the three-pointer. Gordon's got 5 now.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Batum with the ball, and it's Gordon picking him up. There's the pick. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Passes to Houdini. Lots of room. He squares up and sinks it. Houdini's got 4 this quarter.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside, Walker. "13 feet away." No good. Some solid defense there from Houdini. And Oladipo kicks to Harris. A pass to Houdini. Batum brings the double team. Puts up a 3. The shot is off. And the Hornets now going the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk. Angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Goes up off the pick. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Let's see where Charlotte sits right now in the league rankings. First in opponent field goal percentage. 4th in rebounding. And they're right there, I mean, among the top 5 teams in second chance points. Doing a really good job of offensive rebounding and then being able to score the ball when they get that second chance.
And go back to their top-notch defense. They just smother you and impose their will on you. A lot of nights it seems like teams don't even know what hit them.
Stolen. All by himself. Goes up. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
All right. Here's Kaminsky. 5 points in the game. Down low. It's stolen by Harris. Pass to Houdini. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Hits the 3-point bomb. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Orlando.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
And I really think you've got to love the way they protected the rim today. I mean, a good number of blocks in the first half.
5 on the clock. Kaminsky kicks to Walker. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
How nice was that? Walker has tremendous form.
Here's Houdini. He's got 13. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Gordon kicks to Oladipo. Passes it.
Close to what they've done in shooting the ball. They'll run away with this one.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors was simply terrific. He finished with 39 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
And White kicks to Lynn. Back to White. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. There's the dish to Batum. Batum sets a screen for Lynn. Fires from the corner, and it's blocked by Gordon. Here's Houdini. got a piece of it. White, left side. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. And White kicks to Lynn. Screen by Jefferson. From the high post. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Jefferson's got it all tied up now for Charlotte.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's the screen. Here's Houdini. Puts up some nice ball movement by the Magic. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. With some arc. No luck. Great D that time from Vucevic. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arcs. Screen by Jefferson. Lynn kicks to Jefferson. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Jefferson's got 4 points in the quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Jefferson. Now here's Payne. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Gordon with a screen on White. Here's Houdini. Look at that.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Lynn kicks to Jefferson. Oh, trying for it. And that'll do it for the...
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jefferson. And Al, what's the strategy been so far defensively, and what needs to happen in the second half in that regard?
Well, we just got to help. We can't let everybody beat us. We just everybody got to help, and on the defense end, and getting the key and protect the paint.
Pick your poison. Can't let everybody beat you, Al. We appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. First off, shot selection. We're getting high percentage looks, and it's working very well for us, and I like it that we're being very efficient. Now I'll give credit where credit is due. We've taken